Hi everyone. Welcome again to this No Fluff Design mini course where we teach you how to find your first freelance client. As I mentioned in the intro video, it's going to be pretty difficult to get your first freelance client unless you have some evidence that you can meet the client's needs. This evidence will be in the form of a portfolio. Now I know we mentioned in the intro that this mini course expects you to already have some design and/or programming knowledge. If you don't have that, it's fine, keep watching, because this course will still give you an idea of what to expect as a freelance designer or developer. And in the final video, John is going to offer some valuable resources and guidance that apply to anyone aiming to make money online as a developer or designer, whether you're an absolute beginner or a professional hoping to make the transition from a 9-to-5 job to working for yourself as an independent contractor. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to create a body of work that you can proudly present to future clients. If you've never had a client or a formal design project before, the hardest part of making your portfolio might be figuring out what exactly to create. As freelance designers and developers, we're hired to come up with concepts based on client requests. Demonstrating your ability to meet these demands is one of the strongest qualities your portfolio can have, besides showing off your aesthetic and creativity. Don't get me wrong though, aesthetics and creativity are very important too. But how do you come up with projects before you have a client? I'm about to give you 3 proven steps to jazz up your portfolio and maybe even make a little money along the way. Step number 1, do free or cheap work for family and friends. This one might seem obvious, but you can ask a friend or family member if they need any design or development work done. Maybe they want a new logo, or for their outdated website to be updated. You really never know, but this kind of stuff is common enough that it's worth the ask. So reach out to your network, wherever that network may be. Best case scenario, they want your help, they give you a bunch of money in cash, and they refer you to their friends who will give you more work and more money. The worst case scenario, they have nothing for you, and they don't know anyone else who has something for you, but at least they'll keep you in mind next time such an opportunity arises, especially if you're the only designer or developer they know. Now, this might seem like a hit or miss technique, but remember, most people are willing to accept free or cheap work. And you may get the opportunity to see what working for a client is really like. Whatever you learn in this low-risk project will serve you in the future when you have higher-risk projects. And like I said, you'll be spreading the word about your skills and what you can offer. This is always good, because you're not going to make money as a freelancer without having clients. The more people that know about you, the better. And remember, the best products and services are backed by social proof. In this case, that proof is word of mouth. Now, this is not the last you'll hear about client acquisition in this course. This is just one way you can spread the word about your freelance business while getting in a few practice runs for your portfolio. In the 4th video, John is going to cover some proven techniques for getting new clients once you have a portfolio. Step 2, redesign something that exists. You can redesign existing websites, app screens, logos, or individual components like buttons and search bars. Whatever you design, it's up to you. That's right, you don't have to wait for a client to come knocking at your door with a project. Okay, sitting around isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to be creating if you want to get work into your portfolio. Now, this technique is awesome because the inspiration options are literally limitless, and especially as a beginner, you should aim to create something new every single day, even if it's as small as a single button. Are you feeling like you don't have a good place to start? Well, the web is littered with places to start, okay? Want an example? How about YouTube.com? Redesign YouTube to have a different aesthetic. You could reimagine the way the video player looks, or the search page, or perhaps someone's profile. YouTube.com alone is home to hundreds of different things that you could add to your portfolio, if not to say thousands. Now, the greatest part of redesigning something that exists already is that you don't need to come up with the functional details of the design because really they're already there, and you're free to focus on aesthetics. Reorganizing and reinterpreting designs that exist is a quick and easy way to get started with your portfolio. Now, maybe you want to design logos, okay, but you're having trouble coming up with a starting point. Just Google bad logos and you'll find a ton of starting places for your logo redesign. Okay, similarly, you could Google logo ideas to see random examples that you could use as guidance for a fictional brand. Now, you don't have to copy the logo, and in fact, you shouldn't copy the logos that you see there. But just imagine that one of those logos came to you from a potential client and they said, I don't really like this logo. It doesn't really speak to my brand. I kind of want it to be a sportswear brand, but this just looks a little bit too Baroque, and I want it to be a little bit more edgy and athletic. Whatever you want, go ahead and take a narrative, spin a narrative in your head, and imagine giving this client a logo that they're looking for. Okay, this is a good way of designing with intent, even if you don't have a real client. Step number 3, create an account and submit work on 99 Designs. Now, if you've never heard of 99 Designs, it's a website where clients can crowdsource their design requests to a broad network of designers like yourself. Now, as a designer, you'll be competing with other designers that submit their work based on the client's request. And for every project, there will be a price, and you'll see upfront how much you can earn if your design is chosen from the submissions. Now, if your design is not chosen, that's also fine. There are still a lot of other benefits to submitting your work on 99 Designs. Now, first of all, you won't have to come up with your own design prompts. You'll gain experience designing based on a specific client request, which is exactly what you'll need to do as a freelancer, so this is great practice, okay? You'll never run out of new prompts because there are always going to be prompts and new clients on 99 Designs. Also, you don't really have to be shy about submitting new work because the worst case scenario, you're just not chosen. It's not like the client is going to be upset with you. They haven't paid you anything to get you to submit to their campaign, okay? They've put up a small reward, or sometimes a medium to large size reward for whatever they're requesting, and out of the goodness of your heart, you're giving them your hard work, and they can choose to accept or reject that work. But it's not going to hurt your reputation. It's not going to make you look bad. You have the opportunity to maybe win a bit of money, but also you're definitely doing this so that you can add to your portfolio in the best way possible. And that's going to be a real world project. Okay. You can say this is a design response to X, Y, and Z. I did this design, that design, the other design. That makes you look great as a freelancer. Okay. So this is a surefire way to get some real content inside of your portfolio. Now, 99 Designs is free, and there's a pretty low barrier to entry, so you can pretty much design and submit as much as you like, and who knows, like I said, you may earn some money along the way. Now, the process to 99 Designs is pretty transparent, and I like this. So during the process, you'll get to see which designs the client likes and doesn't like before they ultimately choose a winner. And this will keep you from designing in the dark and give you some insight into your client's preferences. And this is not exactly like having a conversation with your client, but it's sort of like that. You're going to get a little bit of a feel for how the client wants their product to look, and you can take hints from things that they're liking and don't like, from the other submissions, and you can kind of modify what you're doing to maybe better suit their needs. This is all very good practice. Now, you do have the right to use whatever work you create on 99 Designs in your own portfolio, and you'll begin to see just how much work you can really create this way. And you've really got nothing to lose, so you'll be adding to your portfolio, getting exposure in a zero-risk environment, and opening yourself up to the chance of making a couple $100, if not more. Okay, so again, we're not worried about big fish clients right now. We're just trying to build a portfolio. In the next video, I'll tell you how to get your portfolio online so that it will be easy to send to potential clients.